In this video, I'm going to tell you why it's so important to exercise for your brain health. The brain benefits of exercise. Exercise just doesn't change your body, it literally changes your brain. When you move your body, your brain fires up powerful ways that protect your memory, improve mood, and sharpen focus. Now, I will say that I really enjoy exercise because of the way it makes me look. It is definitely something with the way we look. We are human. We see things, and things that look visually appealing are definitely a good reason why you want to do something. But under the hood, under this big skull, under this thick skull of mine is a brain, and you have one too. And you have to know that exercise is one of the best things you can do for your brain. I've often heard doctors say if they could bottle up exercise and put it in a pill, it would be the most revolutionary pill. It'd be $1 trillion pill. It'd be just, and so I think people lose that understanding very, very quickly because they're like, okay, well, if I can't look like a bodybuilder, I don't need to work out, right? And that is a lot of times the worst way to look at exercise. So I'm going to tell you two things of why exercise is so important, okay? The first one, increases blood flow and oxygen to the brain. Every time your heart rate goes up, your brain gets a fresh surge of oxygen-rich blood. That blood delivers glucose, fuel, and nutrients that brain cells need to think clearly and function efficiently. This improves focus, creativity, and problem solving, which is why a short walk can often clear your head or spark new ideas. I can't tell you how many times I have been working out and I think I've had a great idea. Maybe it's not always a great idea, but I kid you not, when I'm working out, I have so many better thoughts about fly bodies, about life, about relationships, about just problems that I'm dealing with in general. And the exercise is fueling problem solving when you're working out. And it allows your brain to kind of relax and maybe think about things in a different way. And that's why a lot of the smartest people in the world that have lived on this earth, walking was one of the things that they did when they wanted to really think deeply. And going for a walk is very good for you to help you problem solve. So increases blood flow and oxygen to the brain. I think problem solving is one of the best things about exercise. Okay. Number two, boost neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to adapt and learn. Exercise increases the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor, a growth factor often called Miracle-Gro for the brain. I didn't know that, but Miracle-Gro for the brain. BDNF helps grow new neurons and strengthens the connections between existing ones, improving memory, learning, and overall cognitive function. It's one of the key reasons people who exercise regularly tend to learn faster and think sharper. So I feel like I would not be nearly as smart, and I'm not saying I'm super smart, but I would be a lot dumber if I did not exercise as much as I do because I've gotten hit in the head a lot. And so I've probably had some trauma to my brain. And I think that working out over the long term, they've said, is the best thing you can do for your brain over the long term. I remember I was in an anatomy and physiology class getting my credits to try to become a physical therapist. And we were in a cadaver room, and the doctor that was teaching our class pointed to the cadaver and the brain and said, what's the best thing you can do for this brain? People said reading. People said learning a new instrument. People said, connection with others. And and I raised my hand and I was like, exercise. And he was like, boom, maybe the only question I got right in that class. But it's pretty cool to think that exercise is one of the best things you can do for your brain over the long term. So just highly recommend going for a 30-minute walk if you can during the day, or doing a 15-minute HIIT exercise. Or if you really want to get crazy, going to the gym and doing an hour-long strength training. All these things are super helpful. Even just throughout the day, if you're getting really good movement, it's very good for your brain, okay? That doesn't mean you have to go run a marathon every day. That doesn't mean you have to go deadlift 500 pounds every day. It just means that exercising consistently is very good for your overall brain health, okay? So that's all I got. If you need any help in the exercise department, if you literally just don't want to even think about the exercise you do, but you want the benefits, I'm happy to help you. I can send you workouts. I'd love to do it. We can do it through the FlyFit app. And I just really can't hit home hard enough the benefits of exercise for brain health. They say that lifestyle factors have a huge impact on Alzheimer's and then dementia. And so they're starting to realize that the things we do every day have a giant effect on how our brain health is as we get into our 70s, 80s, and 90s. Okay. So, and one personal thing that I'll say is like my grandmother, she was an avid walker and she was like in her 90s and she was all there mentally. And it's really cool to see that. I'm not saying that always happens, but it just goes to show you that even just walking can be super helpful for you as you go throughout your life. That's all I got. Hopefully that's helpful. And hopefully you got the message that exercise is beneficial for the brain. Now, implementing the exercise is what you got to do. That's on you guys. If you need help with that, happy to help. And yeah, get after it. Thanks for watching.